And what's empowering now is knowing that unilateral decisions can no longer be made, and that management is required to negotiate with us. And Organizing was our way of saying that we deserve respect, transparency, and a seat at the table. My name is Jesse Platas, and I'm a senior planning specialist at Southern California Edison in the transmission and distribution organization, and I work in the planning department. I've been with the company for about 11 years now, and my department plays a critical role in maintaining the electrical grid across a service area that covers about 50,000 square miles in California. Our unit included roughly around 1,100 employees across various classifications. There's planners, designers, and field technicians, and we're all essential in keeping the lights on for millions of customers across California. This past June, we took an historical step by voting to join the Engineers and Scientists of California Local 20, also known as ESC Local 20. And they're an affiliate of the International Federation of Professional and Technical Engineers, IFPTE. And this time around was more than just a vote. It was a powerful moment where we all said we want a strong voice in a workplace.
That's great to hear. And what are some of the issues that inspired your organizing drive in your workplace?
There were several issues that inspired us to organize. Main ones being fairness and a voice in the decisions that affect us. We wanted to see more equitable compensation across roles. We wanted better training and development and improvements to our company benefits. We also wanted to have a say when changes that were being made at the workplace came about, rather than being told after the fact. And what's empowering now is knowing that unilateral decisions can no longer be made, and that management is required to negotiate with us. And Organizing was our way of saying that we deserve respect, transparency, and a seat at the table.
What was your experience like working with IFPTE?
Well, working with IFPT was really years in the making. It was a great experience from the start. They were professional, they were strategic, and deeply invested in understanding who we are and what we do. They made a huge effort to understand our work. And we actually had two organizing campaigns. The first one started during the pandemic back in 2020. And unfortunately, the timing of everything made it real difficult to move forward in that campaign. Um, but when we came back for a second campaign, we were more prepared, we were more engaged, and more united. And this time we made history. IPTE brought a serious commitment to the table. They equipped us with the right tools we needed. They equipped us with training and support, and the support we needed to take ownership of this process. And they encouraged us to get involved, ask questions, and stay informed.
That's great to hear. And how has your workplace already changed since forming your union?
Uh, Even though we're still in the early stages, the change is really noticeable. There's a stronger sense of empowerment and job security. The company can no longer implement changes to any of our working conditions without negotiating with us first, and that alone has made a big impact. And Through the union, we've also been able to start addressing issues like policy changes or agreements not being followed, even though we're in the status quo period. And just having that support system in place makes people feel seen and heard, and we've never had experienced that before. So that's how that's what I would say is noticeable now.
And what was it like having conversations about organizing a union with your coworkers and going through the union organizing process?
At first, those conversations were a little uncomfortable, especially having them at work. Some coworkers were all in and eager to help move forward with whatever we needed, and others felt like things were fine just the way they were, and they didn't see a need for change. And I learned to focus on connecting with the people who were open, curious, and hadn't heard the full story. I think that made a big difference, and building trust was the hard part. It took time, it took a lot of consistency, but in the process, we became more connected. And it reminded me that my team wasn't just the folks that I sit next to in the office, but it's everyone across the entire department.
And what advice would you give other professionals going through the union organizing process?
I would say know your rights, stay informed, uh, make sure you're getting all your information from trusted resources. There's a lot of information that goes around during these campaigns, and don't fall for the scare tactics. It's always going to be in the company's best interest to persuade you to vote no, but don't fall for those scare tactics, and truly understand that you are stronger together, and that collective strength is real and is powerful. Stay professional, respect your peers, respect the company, respect the current policies you're under, and just always take the high road, maintain a high level of professionalism, and talk to others that have been through it. If you know somebody from that does similar work that you do in a different company, definitely reach out to them and really have a solid game plan. Um, you know, Work with the reps that are assigned to you and stick to the game plan. They've been down this road many, many times and they know what they're doing. And to always remember that organizing isn't just about changing things today. It's really about creating a better and more secure future, not just for yourself, but for those who come after you. A lot of times we'll have family members years down the road that want to work for your company, and you want a great work environment for those to come after us.
Well, that's great. Thank you so much, Jesse. And it was great having you today.
Thank you.